What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name is Nephi and Dylan has asked me to come on this channel. So if this video gets enough likes, you'll probably see me come around again. So please smash that like button. And before we get into it, if you want to save 15 cents per gallon on gas, click in the link and the code in the description below and get started with that. And feel free to subscribe to this channel so you can get notified of new videos as soon as they come out. All right, now let's get started. We're going to talk about unemployment benefits, PUA, the EIDL grant, Uber sick pay, the stimulus check, and pandemic food stamps. That's 6 different ways that I've received money. I'm going to tell you how I got them and how much I got. Then we're going to talk PPP and the second stimulus check. We got everything covered here in this super pandemic support update coming up. All right, so I'm gonna try and cover all 8 subjects in 5 minutes or less. So let's jump right into it with the unemployment benefits first. So as you all know, President Trump signed the CARES Act, allowing Uber and Lyft drivers, freelancers, independent contractors, and gig workers to qualify for unemployment benefits for the first time ever. On top of that, he added a $600 additional from the federal to stack on top your state benefits. So with my UI benefits and the PUA pandemic unemployment assistance combined with the federal amount of $600, I'm receiving $1,220 a week. Every month, that's $4,880. I'm gonna put some screenshots right here. This money is, however, taxed at the end of the year. So overall, I'm getting about $4,000 a month, which is really good, to be honest. Next, let's talk about the EIDL grant. So the EIDL grant stands for Economic Injury Disaster Loan, and small businesses could qualify for up to $10,000. That's $1,000 per employee of your business. So I have a business called Genuine Driver. I have an EIN number, and I applied with that on the SBA site. And I only have 1 employee, which is me, so I qualified for $1,000. However, if you were just an Uber and Lyft driver and you had a social security number, you could have inputted that data and still received $1,000 if you got in on time, because the money dried up really fast, which prompted a new PPP, Paycheck Protection Program situation, and we're going to talk about that more later. But first, let's talk about Uber sick pay. How I got this was I went on the Rideshare Hub channel. I listened to Dylan talk about how to get it and the instructions, and basically word for word I went with that, and I got a sick note signed from a doctor on HMSA online. There's an app you can download on your phone so that you can FaceTime a doctor and request that. And I did not need to have coronavirus or symptoms of it. I just had to prove that I was in quarantine to prevent the spread of coronavirus, and Uber gave me $850. Good on Uber for coming through with that one. They take an average of how much you drove in the past 6 months, and they gave you that much money, but then they lowered that amount as funds ran out. So there's definitely a theme with all of these situations, and it is that whenever something opens up, you have to react quickly because things don't last forever and money runs out and things dry up. So keep that in mind as we keep on going on here. All right, so the 5th way to receive money was the stimulus check, which every US citizen should have received, as long as you're not a child being claimed as a dependent, or as long as you didn't make over $75,000, you should have received the full $1,200 amount, which I did luckily very quickly because I had direct deposit set up. So if you had contacted the IRS and set up direct deposit, you would have got it faster, and that is the key point there. All right, number 6 is pandemic food stamps. You can normally qualify for EBT or SNAP, as it's also known, if you're having hard times, but during this pandemic, it's even easier to qualify. So what I did was I went to my EBT office nearest me. I filled out this little stack of papers, maybe like 3 or 4 sheets in like 5 minutes, turned it in, and then 4 days later in the mail, I got this card. Let me bust this card out so you can see it real quick. The sun's going down right now, so I gotta finish this quick. There's the cool card. You can swipe this at Safeway, at Costco, and you can get anything you want that's not hot food, like a rotisserie chicken. That won't work. Fast food won't work, but anything else is good to go. $356 a month. That's over $2,000 worth of food in 6 months. Okay, so that's really good. I would avoid online sign up because going in person was just the easiest thing out of everything on this list, in my opinion. Right, so we got those 6 ways covered of how I got it and how much I got it. Now, moving forward, let's talk about the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, you can only choose one or the other. You can only get unemployment benefits or the PPP. So when I weighed the pros and cons of both, the unemployment benefits seem to be better for me. Research right here, I'm going to show you the actual site right here by SBA. You want to go through this. You want to follow the instructions very carefully. Don't use any other sites because there can be frauds and scammers out there. Do it correctly. Read up on this and find out if you want to go for the PPP. All of the 6 things that I got, you can get all at the same time. The only one you can't throw in the list of things I got is the PPP. You got to take the unemployment benefits out of the list and you can get everything else with the PPP. Okay, hope that makes sense. Okay, last but not least, our government is working on a second stimulus to pump out to people. And from what I've read, it's very highly likely that this will get passed. Hopefully it does. In the meantime, if you haven't gotten direct deposit set up with the IRS yet, go ahead and do that so you're not waiting months and months to get this in the snail mail like some people are. If you really need that, get that set up. And that's the 8 ways of how to survive and get support during this pandemic. Okay, so as soon as that second stimulus gets accepted and I receive it, I'll make a follow-through video about that. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell notification so you can stay notified of new videos as soon as they come out. Please smash that like button. It supports the channel. Share this video, write a comment, and stay tuned for more in the future. Thank you all for watching. This has been another episode of the Rideshare Hub, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.